Good morning. How are we? It's Friday. Woohoo! There's currently nobody on with us, but the internet keeps being an absolute douchebag today, so I can only apologise if we go off. But currently we are on, I think. So we currently have nobody with us, so I'll just talk. Oh, we've got one person with us. We've got one person. Who's with us this morning? It's Friday. Woohoo! How are we doing? Neil's in the kitchen where he belongs, making me a nice cup of coffee. I'm sat here making pom-poms. Good morning, Gary. How are we doing? Is it today you're playing golf? Do I seem to recall? You are off making us all jealous this morning. Oh, hang on. There we go. Thank you. Got right milk in this morning. Yep. Thank you. No, yeah. You made me a cup of coffee earlier. You didn't put my oat milk in it. How rude.
I'm with you in a second.
Neil's having IT issues this morning. I think we're all having IT issues this morning. The internet's just been a proper douchebag, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, I am. What am I doing?
Making pom-poms.
Making pom-poms because I've got 3 things to get out. I think I've done this one wrong way around. But 3 that I want to try and post off this morning while we are allowed out of the house. So I'm nipping down to the hospital this morning to get them to have a look at the swelling, which I know is not swelling. It's it's fluid build-up on the around the scar tissue. But I feel like I've got a Katie Price implant. It feels like it's like proper bullets. I don't think it's that bad, but it feels like it is. So I'm getting to have a look at it, make sure it's okay, and if they need to do any fluid drain off, they can do that, which is all good. It's all good in the hood. So Gary's at the golf club having breakfast before golf. That's very nice. Nothing wrong with that. Good morning, Wayne. How are we diddling? How's your week going? I'll be very sparing with this blue because I've not got a lot of it left till later. So how are we, Wayne? How's the golf? Have we been practicing this week?
Yes, because I've seen a picture of him down at range.
That was on Monday.
So is that this week then?
I've spoken to him since. I mean, how's he been since? You know, I might not put any of his blue on that blue one. Because I've only got that much blue left.
I'll put a bit of blue in.
But I've not done the other half of that pom-pom yet. Anyway, morning, Lisa. How are we doing? Oh, excellent, Wayne. He's just shot 80. Oh, fantastic. Was that for a card or was it just out there having a practice? See, I told you had it in you. See? You'll listen to me one day. You believe me. Morning, Ali. Alison. How are we doing? So Alison is the lady I was telling you about yesterday, guys. She had a group session yesterday. I won't steal your thunder. Do you like to be called Alison or Al? I like to get people's names right. So I will not steal your thunder. I'll let you just drop a message and tell everyone how you got on yesterday because I think it's brilliant. Practice looking up now. Excellent, Wayne. See, I told you had it in you. Keep it up. Because when we're coming to Ireland, I'm not having anyone on my team letting me down. How are we doing? All okay here. So you probably missed the beginning bit. Oh, hang on a minute. Your connection's unstable. Oh, we're back. So we're having internet connection issues today. It's been an absolute douchebag. So if you missed it this morning, we're managing to escape out the house shortly. So I'm going to nip up to the hospital at 12 for them to have a look at the swelling. I've got loads and loads of fluid build-up, which they said I would get, but it's getting to the stage now it's almost uncomfortable. It's almost getting painful, and it feels like it's pulling on the stitches a little bit. So I think they're gonna have a look at it and look at doing some drain aspiration. So let's see how they go with that. So I feel at the minute like I've got a Katie Price implant because it feels like the cleavage starts from here, which is ridiculous. So it does. Wayne, on Sunday, forget that you've got a card in your hand. If it comes to it, let somebody else mark your card for you. But yeah, if it's your best score you've had in a few years, that shows that you've got some massive progress there, Wayne. That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. Oh, excellent. So Lisa's been chasing 79 for 3 years. You'll get there, Lisa. Hey, if this is the best that Wayne scored in 4 years, it just shows. Keep it up. Keep practicing. So Alison enjoyed the lesson. So the thing is, Alison, on your first lesson, you're not guaranteed to get to be awesome on your first go out. But the fact that you enjoyed it and you did hit some good shots, that's the bit that will keep you coming back for more. That's like a drug, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, it was for you, wasn't it?
Well, for me, I just got completely obsessed with it.
It was your nurturing and your encouragement from me, wasn't it? You know it was, Corrine. You know it was.
Where you got that information from?
Hiya, Lisa. No, when you struck your ball 10 yards and I said, oh, it went straight, Corrine. Well done. And then you fed on it until eventually you hit one quite far, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then that got you hooked.
And now I can't drive you. I know, you don't like it.
I don't mind it, Corrine, because you've got to bear in mind it was me that started you off, and it was me that.
Oh, so you're just going to take the full credit for me being awesome? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, if you would have hit your first shot 10 yards and said, come on, Corrine, that was rubbish, you would never have played again, would you?
No. So, Alison, just so you know, when you go out and play with your half, this is what you're going to contend with.
Now, what you want to do, Alison, is make sure you've got the support and encouragement from your other half, like I gave you.
Not at some
point. Is
that
not the case?
Not at some point taking credit. So
G-Max says one good shot is enough to keep you coming back, and that's
absolutely
right.
Yeah. So
and I remember that when I first started playing as well, I played awful and I had one good shot on last hole.
Yeah. So Pimmy will keep them on straight and narrow. Absolutely. Best way. Morning, Kevin. How are we doing? Kevin's getting ready for his road trip up north.
I know he is, yeah.
Can't wait to see photos. Can't wait to see where you end up, to be fair, with Ian. Considering Ian keeps saying he's going to the northeast.
Yeah.
Ian, you're not going to northeast. But yeah, Pimmy will keep you calm, so that's all good. But make sure he doesn't mock you though, Wayne, and try and put you off and get into your head. Because I know that Pimmy's like.
I don't think Pimmy would do that.
Yes, he would.
So see, Graham says Neil is such a great support network for you, which is right. They are right.
Your other half just mocks me. What, like this?
I don't mock you, not with golf. I always say you're playing well.
You know, but do you know what?
No, when we don't. No, that's different. That is different. I don't mock you.
Well, sometimes you do when we're on video.
Yeah, but that's all part of the
act.
That's all part of the channel, isn't it?
The entertainment.
Yeah, but you're past. I would never have mocked you when you first started.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Yeah.
I'd have only been supportive.
This is true. You would have only been supportive. Morning, Paul. Are you still on your bike?
I think I'll take over the driving.
I would, Kevin. Because when he was on last week, he kept saying, "Oh, well, we're going up to the northeast." No, you're not going to the northeast. You're going to the northwest. And he kept saying northeast. You know. So God knows where you're going to end up, Kevin, if you let him drive. Well, certainly Dewsbury. That's one of them.
Yeah, Paul's still on the bike and it's crap.
It did get a bit squeaky, didn't it? I must have. Thing is, Paul, you were whistling, and Neil looked at me like it was me that was whistling.
Yeah, I kept looking around saying, "What are you whistling for?"
Yeah, no, it wasn't even me. Tis a kid's bite, yeah. So Pimmy's just like Neil. So Lisa wants to know what that joke was that you were laughing at last night. Was anyone else watching Frankie Boyle?
Right. Well, basically, Frankie Boyle was talking about another comedian. Well,
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, we use that term loosely as a comedian.
You don't like
and Frankie Boyle made some quite good comments about Ricky Gervais is a fantastic writer, good actor, but is he really a stand-up comedian? And his comment was, because Frankie Ball's quite a popular stand-up comedian. He says, me watching Ricky Gervais doing stand-up must be like Fred Astaire watching someone in calipers walk down an elevator, fall down an elevator, and that's what made me laugh.
He literally had to pause the TV because he couldn't concentrate on the TV that he was laughing that much. Which is why I started recording him, because we all know Neil's a happy chap. Neil doesn't laugh very often, not like that anyway.
I do.
Oh mate, so when he laughs, if anyone's in the room with him, I wasn't necessarily laughing at the joke. I was laughing at him laughing, because that is so funny. And the fact that he's had, I mean, last time I checked earlier,
he had no drink at all.
He had no drink, he was sober as well.
Sober drink.
He'd had 16,000 views on that, so Neil's gone viral laughing. And it's because it's so unheard of. But honestly, it was so funny. You couldn't breathe at one point. You were laughing that much.
Crying. I was actually crying. There were tears in my eyes. There were tears in my eyes.
Lisa was laughing watching you. I think Kevin was laughing watching you as well because you were laughing.
Like I say, it can be quite offensive, can't it?
It can. But so some of the stuff he was coming out were very, very close to the knuckle last night.
Well, that's his style, isn't it? And I think people watching him know what it's going to be like.
Yeah,
so
you've got to have a bit of a thick skin watching Frankie Boyle and not be offended easily. No. But yeah, that with the calipers and the Fred Astaire thing, you were just
howling,
literally howling.
it were on last night it'll be on iPlayer, I would imagine. I think it's Frankie Boyle in Glasgow or something like that. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. So have a look at it. So yeah, Alison, we are going to go and visit Ireland next year. Once I've got over all the treatment and everything I've got to have, we are going to do a road trip around Ireland and Scotland and probably the UK, it seems now. So we've got quite a few places and quite a few people that want to play some golf with us. Morning, Lee. How are we doing? So I'm going to put this down a minute. I'm trying to get this.
You're a bit rude, aren't you?
I'm trying to get
talking
this.
And you're not.
Yeah, but you can read. You've got your glasses on.
Right.
You're my support, remember?
Today we're both going to visit Ireland. Eventually we are.
Next week, we think. Because
depending on.
We were supposed to be going over to Northern Ireland this year, but I don't think we're going to get there now. Because I don't know when I'm going to be back playing golf. Hopefully not too long. Yeah, I was saying that you got over 16,000 views on that at some point. So you've gone viral.
I'm going to disagree with you though, Paul. Ricky Gervais is not the biggest stand-up comedian in the world because he's not a stand-up comedian. He's an actor. He's not. To me, a stand-up comic goes on and he does his set and he can ad-lib. He can, if he gets hecklers, he can do this and other. If he's doing a stint and he needs to extend it, he can extend it. And I remember watching him do there was some sort of concert where they had comedians on as well. And they had, I think it was Diana's Trust or something that Harry and Wills were doing.
Yeah.
And they had to, the next artists weren't ready, so they went to Ricky Gervais. You could see him saying extend, and he just did not know what to do. He'd got nothing in his head that he could make funny, whereas if you'd got the likes of Peter Kay, Frankie Ball, whatever, they would have just been able to go on forever. I mean, Ken Dodd.
Yeah.
Used to be dark when you went in to see him and light when you came out. He could just keep going forever. And that's what I mean. He's not a comedian. He's an actor who sticks to a script.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll just flick back. It is like a medicine, Lisa. It very much is. So anyway, Ali, back to the island tour. We're not quite sure where we're going to go yet, but I think we're going to start in Northern Ireland and see some friends up there, and then we've got a few people down sort of Dublin area that want to have a game of golf with us. I think whereabouts is Sean Tobin? Is he around Cork area? Just the other side of Cork, not Cork, but he's other side of Cork somewhere, I think. But we're going to play with Sean Tobin down there somewhere. So we'll probably spend a week, 10 days, just kind of go around. We've got no plans as such of where we're going to go. We'll just kind of wing it, I think. Once we finally go, we're going to stick a memo out and say, right, we're coming to Ireland. This is our general trip. Anyone along the way, let's have some golf. So it's very much finger in the air job, isn't it?
It is.
I think Scotland are very much the same, finger in the air and just kind of like wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Until we get to the stage where we're actually got a definite date in when we're going, then we'll start doing something more firm, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're all right, thanks, Lee. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We're all doing all right. I can say we're nipping back to the hospital at 12 o'clock today to get them to sort this out. Cause I'm starting to. I've got a cleavage starting from here, which is really weird. I don't like it. It's not painful, but it feels like every now and again I keep getting a bit of a sting along where the
Scar.
scar is. I keep wanting to call it a cut line.
Scar tissue.
Where the scar is, but I think it's because there's a fluid build. I think it's pushing against the scar tissue. And it's every now and again it just stings a little bit. It smarts a little bit. Smarts a bit. So I'm going to get them to have a look at it. If they say, can I hang on till Tuesday till I've got the getting the dressing taken off, I will hang on till Tuesday if I can. But I thought, while it's the weekend, let's go and have a look, get it looked at.
Yes.
And yeah, it's my last pom pom
of the morning.
Of the morning, yeah. And I've got to sew them onto. So I've made Robbie's 3 head covers that he wants. This is Robbie, all right. So those of you that know Robbie Peverley, he just said he wants 3 head covers, and he wants them just a mix of red, white, and blue. Okay, and he wants one for it's an old style 1 wood, 3 wood, and 5 wood. He's got, which are about the same size as the hybrid. So he says, just do whatever you can come up with. So this is what I've gone with. These are the pom poms, red, white, and blue, all the same. So this is for his 1 wood. This is for his 3 wood, and that's for his 5 wood. Are we digging them? Are they all right, you reckon? Because I think they're quite funky, actually, with a pom-pom on top. Oh, get that sewn on, like that. You reckon? Yeah, cool, like them. So we're mixing it up. So I've got 1, 2. I've got 3 more to do, Alison, and then I'll be doing yours. So you're the same. You want one for your. I'll do a medium size. This is a small one, a medium size one for you in the Irish flag colours. So yours will be very similar, kind of ugly, mosh kind of funky. We're gonna go funky. So I'm getting good at them now. I'm getting a pro. I'm an expert in them now.
Big day today as well. Golf Nuts has got another vlog out.
Oh, is it today you got your vlog out?
Yeah, looking forward to that one. I think Paul I've just seen Paul Jackson's got one out as well.
Has he?
5, I think, today. So,
Paul Jackson's not anything out for a while, is he?
No.
I love Paul Jackson. He's so funny. He's brilliant. Yeah, so but once it goes out in the post to you, Alison, I'll drop you a message on Twitter to say it's on its way, so you know to expect it. So yeah. Ricky Gervais started stand-up mid-90s. Is that how long he's been going for?
Yeah, but you didn't hear of him till office in 2001. We do like comedy.
I do.
We've been to more comedy shows and we've been concerts, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I just like a comedian that'll make me laugh. So yeah. Ricky Gervais is sort of like out for me.
I'm not a fan of Ricky Gervais.
No.
I mean, I know we've had discussions about comedians before, and there's been loads of people say, do you find anyone funny? And I do find people funny. But yeah, so I don't like Chubby Brown. I don't find him funny at all. I don't find. I'm just going to cut that off. Hang on. I didn't really find Frankie Ball very funny. Some bits were.
Yeah.
But it was more watching you laugh at him that made me laugh. I like a lot of the older ones.
Again, but what Paul's saying there, yeah, I think comedy is a personal taste, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Like I don't like Lee Evans. I don't like what's that other Mickey Flanagan. Not a fan of him either. But I do. I think he changed to get older. So I used to quite like John Bishop, I mean, he's not been around for a while, but then he started getting not funny. Same with Michael McIntyre. He stopped being funny after a while, didn't he? He got a bit samey. Sarah Millican, though, funny. Because she's filth.
Again, like I said with Chubby Brown, I think when I was younger, I probably did used to laugh at him, but I think you're right, Paul. It's just shocking, isn't it? It's just. I'm Mickey Flanagan. Sometimes I do find him funny. Some of the things he does, I do find.
Yeah.
Funny.
Do you think it depends on what ring? Because like we watch.
Depends what mood you're in.
No. What I'm saying is, we like 8 out of 10 Cats, and we like Jimmy Carr on there is really funny on 8 out of 10 Cats. But then we sat and watched one of his stand-ups, didn't we?
I watched a few of them. Some of them are really
and
funny.
I really found it funny. I just thought, no, you're rubbish.
I thought some of them were good, but
it felt like you were trying too hard to be funny, and they were like going too far with the filth and the. And I'm not a sexist and I'm not prude or anything. I'm not like a feminist or anything like that. But I think you were just using it too much to try and get a laugh, and it was like, yeah, but that's not funny now.
Melton, is that Milton?
Milton, now he's funny.
Milton.
He's on that Mock the Week, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it is Milton. Jimmy Carr is savage. Like I say, some of it when he's being heckled and when they're having a go at him, his comebacks are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, Gary sent me a photo. Are you sending me pictures of cake and what you're having for your breakfast, Gary? Oh, mate, look at that. It's Gary's breakfast at the golf club.
I know, veggie roll though.
That looks nice.
Milton Jones, yeah. What one-liner? That's what I like as well.
Yes, because we like
that.
What's his name now?
Stuart Francis. Stuart Francis.
There was a guy the other day that was one-liners, isn't he?
I can't remember his name, but he walked through.
Is it not Gary Delaney or something?
Something like that. There's Tim Vine. Again, Tim Vine for one-liners is really good. And Jethro, yeah, he's funny. Jethro, yeah, I was watching one other day with him as well. But
again, that was just funny watching you laugh at him.
Yeah,
you like Lee Evans? Yeah, I'm not a fan of
everybody has their own. I'm just gonna Google that and see if it is Gary Delaney because.
Is it? I think it is Gary Delaney. But there's a few that we've seen at like smaller venues, haven't we? We've seen.
It is Gary Delaney.
Yeah, Gary Delaney is funny.
And Sarah Millican, she's always funny.
She's filthy.
And she's blue when she's on stage, isn't she? Like live, she's really good.
Oh mate, she's so funny. But what's that guy? The American one. Reginald D. Hunter.
Reginald D. Hunter, I like him as well, don't you?
I like him, yeah. He's funny. Reggie. But yeah, I think he's right what you say there as well. Sometimes Jim Davison. I used to like him back in the day as well, Jim Davison. He was very blue. It depends. It depends on what mood you're in, like I said, isn't it, as well? Sometimes
they reckon one comedian. I mean, he was a genius of a comedian as well with Bob Monkhouse.
Really?
Bob Monkhouse was fantastic, but they say if you ever went to see him live, it was as blue as you could get. It was a different TV shows, different thing.
Yeah, Reginald D. Hunter.
Yeah, we've seen him.
Yeah.
Oh, quite
live
we've seen him a couple of times, haven't we? And there were an Australian guy on first one. Stephen Wright.
No,
but not that Steve. What it was Steve Wright.
It weren't Stephen Wright.
It was Steve Wright.
It weren't.
Right, I'm gonna prove you.
Go on, prove me wrong.
It was Steve Wright, but not the Steve Wright you think it was. And it weren't the Stephen Wright, the American comedian either.
It weren't even Steve Wright. That's why. Go on, any minute. You prove me wrong. Any minute, any second. Hughes. Stephen Hughes is his name. FYI. Get ready. Is it Stephen Hughes?
I'm gonna have a look now.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, catch a Monday. You should come on the weekend, Gary. Get your missus on as well. Come and do the quiz. Saturday night from 7 o'clock. Quiz at 8. But have a good round anyway.
No, because that's not him.
Yes, it is. With short hair.
Is it Chuff?
Did you put Stephen Hughes?
Is it Stephen then?
Put Australian, put a comedian. Click onto it. Why don't you click onto it? Oh look, I think it is him. Oh look, it is him.
It is,
oh
yeah.
look, oh look.
Steve,
Yeah, I'm right.
Stephen Hughes.
Stephen Hughes. It is Steve, right? It is
Right,
Steve,
just
right?
a quick one, Corrine. How many times have you been wrong this week?
I've been poorly.
How many times have you been wrong this week?
I've been poorly.
How many times have you been wrong this week?
Once or twice, but
once
right.
or twice,
Look,
3 or 4 times, maybe 5 or 6.
the point of the matter is, I'm right now.
Well,
when it matters.
you must be getting better then.
When people are listening, I'm right when it matters. Do not bit it.
Yeah, that's a classic Bob Monkhouse joke.
What's that?
When I was a kid, I told them I was going to be a comedian, and they laughed. Well, they're not laughing now, are they?
Yeah, very true. Even Kevin says Monkhouse is bluer than blue light. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Did you see him live, Kevin?
My
morning,
brother,
old guy rules. Wayman, good morning.
My brother.
Morning, Callum.
He used to go to these, like where they have business conventions.
Oh,
and they have after speakers.
Paul.
Yeah, and he always said Bob Monkhouse was the best one he's ever seen because he used to do all that. Yeah.
Funny enough, Neil's older brother looks like Craig Cash. You know, from Royal Family. He's got a very distinct look of Craig Cash about him, which is really funny, hasn't he?
Greg Davies as well, yeah. He's another one.
Yes. Alan Davies. He's the guy with the curly hair, isn't he, Alan Davies? He used to be on that crime drama with... Oh, what was the name now? That was on...
Well, that one that what do you call it?
Jonathan
That Paul's actually
yeah.
put on.
Yeah, sorry.
See,
I didn't read that.
Too concentrating on the pom-poms and not concentrating on you, the public.
Anyway, I've got my new phone cover as well. How's that? Right then. Anyway, where were we? 98. So Kevin has seen him. Bob Monkhouse. Yeah. Excellent. Barry Cryer.
Barry Cryer, you know Barry Cryer is, don't you? You've seen him on telly. He's one of them that's always on the telly. Curly hair, glasses, an old guy. But he used to do it. Like I say, he used to do a lot of writing for all the big comedians back in the day.
No, I don't know him.
I bet you. I'll show you a picture because you'll know him then.
I probably will. I think of Barry Cryer. I think of him off the bill, Sergeant Cryer. Oh dear. Yes, we have watched Taskmaster. Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, you have seen him going, honestly.
I don't know. Yeah, we watch that sometimes. It's where they all have to do them, but they get points for tasks. I tell you what's funny on there. Oh, what's he called? He used to put 8 out of 10 cats sometimes. Always wears the brown suit. You run it other night.
Have we seen this person?
No.
Joe
Wilkinson.
Joe Wilkinson, yeah.
Joe Wilkinson. He's funny. Morning, Andrew. How we doing? We're all right. We're talking comedians this morning while I'm making pom-poms. Best comedy gig he wants is Frank Skinner. I
imagine he would be funny, Frank, because like I say, he's good on TV, isn't he?
Yeah.
Such terrible language, just laugh for 2 hours solid. Yeah, Frank Skinner nearly brought me jaw laughing. I think that is the art of a good comedian, where they start something out at the front and you're not quite sure where it is, and then it builds to a massive punchline at the end.
Billy Connolly used to do that, but he used to forget where we were going sometimes.
Yeah.
So in a few of his stand-up videos, and he'd go off on a tangent. A bit like me, really.
Taskmaster's got one of the bad. Is that Bad Golf?
Yes,
is that Alex Horn?
Yeah.
Alex Horn, yeah. He's on Countdown a bit as well, isn't he? Sometimes, yeah.
There he is. They're good to play no for them.
Yeah, what's his name? Alex Horn.
Yeah, Alex Horn, yeah.
Golf Nuts misses the bill. And where's your case from?
My case?
Your phone case.
My phone case. I just ordered it on eBay. Joe Pasquale! He's the first comedian I ever saw, and I was pregnant with my daughter when I saw him. Back in March 1998. I think I was about 7 months pregnant when I saw him. Pasquale, yeah, I like Joe Pasquale. Yeah, if you go onto eBay, Lee, and just Google personalised phone covers, that's all I did, and then you just send them your logo, and they do it for you. They're about £5 or something. It's one of the silicone ones as well. It's got the bumpers on the corner. I feel like I'm on QVC selling it. It's got the bumpers, so if it falls, it's going to bounce on the corner, and it's not going to be too terrible. That's all right.
Andrew's favourite is Mickey Flanagan. Yeah, the bill has finished, unfortunately, Paul.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Mickey Flanagan. It's funny sometimes, and he's not others. Yes, the bill finished probably about 20 years ago. Something ridiculous, isn't it?
Something like that.
What's that? Lee's crying.
Traffic cops just isn't the same.
Yeah, exactly. I think my phone does work in it. It's been fine.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Corrine does realise that if you sit at the front, you're a victim.
Yes, I do, Alison, because I always try.
That's an ambition to get picked on.
But I've managed it a few times, haven't I? With Hal Cruttenden. With the Valentine's thing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's my aim in life. I always try and sit at the front. That's the one, Lee. I know. So I'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves. That's going to be in my head all day now. And Neil's going to thank you for that.
I hate them programmes since the drug truck sat next to my case in Toronto.
No way. Morning, Robert. I had a good game at Whittington. Excellent. What did you score? Did you get any best scores on your hole, the best holes or best round ever? We always like a good best round ever. Do you know when you go to airports or when you go somewhere you have to get searched? Do you ever actually did it make you feel guilty because you're being searched? I don't mean searched as such. It's like when I've been into
every time you go through customs, like me.
No, you know, like if right. So I've been.
There was drugs in it though.
Oh, I'll not ask Paul. No, what I'm saying is...
We haven't seen Kent. No, sorry.
Kent's working this morning. He's already messaged me and he can't make it this morning. They're both working. And I say, so I've been into prison a few times as a visitor. And you know, they bring the dogs around, don't they? The dogs have to sniff you. And the dogs always stick the nose up your crotch. And it's very awkward. And you sort of squirm away because you're thinking, this is horrible. But you have to kind of stand there and let them because it's the job. But because they're doing it, does it make you feel like you've done something wrong even though you haven't, because you're being like sniffed at by a dog or something? Makes me get a guilty conscience. Or is that just me?
Morning, Jeff.
Morning, Jeff.
Robert shot 71 on a costed 71, shot 72 gross. So very good.
Hey, that's awesome, that.
Yeah.
Bandit. Bandit alert. I take it you'll be getting a handicap drop, will you? Or did you not put your card in?
Or a scratch.
Or are you on your scratch?
Mm.
That's a pretty good round, that, though. There we go. Pom-pom's done. Somebody better get me. No.
Can you go back to Canada?
You're on the #1 hit list of do not let this man in the country ever again.
He didn't buy that car. He took his advice. Well, that's it. We're very concerned.
It was very
concerned. So, and he's like only looking after it. Play off 6 at the moment. Yeah,
that's excellent.
Yeah, brilliant.
Excellent. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get my needles so I can sew my pom-poms on.
Where's your needle? I'll go and get it.
It's over there.
Well, I'll go
because I've got to put some stuff in the bin. Sorry, I know you get scared having to talk to people.
I know. Oh. Plus, we'll be 62 in December. Wow, is that Is 6 the lowest you've been then, Robert? Or have you been lower? Definitely something like that. Estrogen. Wow. How did you explain that way then, Paul? Was it a long interview?
I'm more worried about the electronics in his bag. Oh my God. Excellent, Jeff. That's what we like to hear. Do you know what? I'll just stick whatever on. Whatever.
Yeah.
Robbie will not mind, will he?
No.
Oh, well, you lot are off golfing today. We're getting out to hospital today. We're going out the house, aren't we?
So that's good. Yeah.
It's a bit sad when your only excitement of the day is getting out to the house to the bloody hospital.
It was a 5, but stopped playing for a year, and so they can't put them back off 6.
I'd still quite happy playing off 6. But I'd like to be properly off 6, of course. Do you know what? Next year, when I'm back out on the course, I'm going to really try my hardest to course manage, and I'm really going to try next year to get down to a good level. So I Paul hates customs program. Does it bring back too many bad memories? Jeff, not playing till 4:40. Well, you got plenty of time then, Jeff. Plenty of time. Gee, Matt's peeing down here. Ooh, no one likes rain. Paul's golfing in a bit as well. Excellent. Loads of people golfing today, making me jealous.
Quick that though.
That is pretty quick, that. 2 hours, 18 minutes. So what we got? Robert's Lee will be on YouTube soon. Oh, brilliant! You've won a YouTube challenge. Final at the Belfry, excellent. Well, look out for that one then, Robert. Let us know when that's on. After it's been filmed and stuff.
Beagles.
Just working on it. Was it Beagles they had then? Because they have Springers now, don't they? And
well, they have all sorts in them, really.
What do you lot use? Do you still use Alsatians?
No, they use well, they have, like I say, don't matter.
Because they used to have Alsatians years ago.
They have all sorts. They have Springer Spaniels, they have Labradors, they have German Shepherds, they have all sorts.
No, but Dad used to be mates with a dog handler. Misty and Max, they were called. Catch you on Saturday, Andrew. Have a good day. I hate beagles. So you think of beagles and you just think of like animal factories, you know, where they have the fag hanging out of the mouth. Or is that just me?
What? Beagles.
Beagles, yeah.
Yeah. Used to test the vets, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People sat down and looked at you. Is it that look of, I know what you've got. You're going to get done. So, Paul,
Andrew's gone.
Yeah, I said try
Andrew.
Yeah. So can you go get me the scissors? Little snips. I've got them. So, were you, Paul? Did you actually like crap yourself when you were going through all that? Because I think I would have done. I'd have been sweating cobs. $5,000 of tailor-made gear. Excellent. Oh, good luck, Robert. Get loads of practicing before now and then. Be on the Seb Golf Show on YouTube channel. Oh, excellent. Yeah, let us know when that's all out sorted, then when I'll be watching that. There we go. There's Robbie's first head cover. Try and get it out in the post today. Oh, I'm quite pleased with that, actually. It's turned out alright. Oh, do you know what? It's really starting to hurt now. I'm going to weigh myself before I go to the hospital. So if I do drain it, I can see how much weight I've lost. How much fluid. Could see the case and the dog walking together. Yeah, I would totally have been cracking myself at that point. Absolutely, I would have been. Jeez. Oh dear. You don't even know where they were. Oh, you're not allowed into Bermuda with a criminal record? No way. Oh, because you lived there at the time, didn't you, about for a few years?
I'm just going to go and do a bit. I'm going to see you guys later.
All right, I'll give you a shout.
Yeah.
What time are we leaving here? About 1:30?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and have my thing ready for 1:30 then. Don't be scared if the printer goes off, because I'm just printing off address labels. So yeah. Yeah, I would totally have been cropping myself as well. So anyway, so yeah, so he's gone off to work to do a bit of work because feels the need to do something. Oh, I've got another long one. Oh, I hate pom-poms. Why did I start this little thing? Whose idea was it for me to start this? Anyway, it's all good fun, isn't it? It's all good fun. Never again. Yeah, I think I would have been the same, Paul. So is that a case of you never let anyone near your case and never took anything off of anyone ever again? Just in case. The point is, Paul, did we learn from this? I think that's the key point here. Did we learn? What does Liam do? Do you mean Neil, Robert? He's a facilities manager for a prison. So yeah, he's found it really tricky working from home because most of the stuff that he does is on like prison service, and they can't access them for security reasons unless you're in the prison. So it's been really tricky for him to get used to kind of working from home. I've been all right because one, I've been working from home since March, so I'm used to it now. I've got my little routine going, and two, because I'm not actually working at the minute as well, I'm off sick. Which I'll be honest, I probably could do some work, but I'm not gonna because I don't want to push it. I don't want to do it. Take any risks, shall we say? Let's not risk it for a biscuit. So yeah, so he's 3 weeks into working from home. He's kind of got used to it a bit more. He's not as about ready to slit his throat as he was. Yeah, prison officer, you definitely can't work from home. It's not too bad because with the prison service they privatised all the facilities management side of things. So he actually works for Amy now. They look after all the maintenance. He's a governor. He is level wise, scale wise, he's the same scale as a governor, prison governor, but he's not a prison governor. Even though if he ever walks on the wing, the convicts do say, "Right, gov." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gov." But he is the same sort of scale as a governor. Both. He's actually in charge of 2 prisons, Robert. He's in charge of an open prison, which is about 3 miles down the road from the prison that he's actually stationed at. And then this one's I think it's a cat. I want to say cat B or cat C. Cat B? It's a young offenders one as well, anyway. That he's at. Young offenders and HMP that he works at. So, yeah, it's all right. He doesn't really deal with the prisoners very, very often in his particular job now. Well, because he worked up through the ranks. He used to be a bricklayer when he first started with the prison service 28 years ago. So he's worked his way up to be in charge of the maintenance and whatever department now. So, but back when he started, they did actually used to work with the prisoners. They used to be take them out and do all repairs and stuff with them, but they're not allowed to do it anymore because of health and safety and God knows what. So it's either both. When my dad was alive, he was a prison officer, and he was a prison officer up at Frankland in the northeast, and that was a Cat A prison, and that was a really, really hardcore prison. That one, we had at one point we had Charles Bronson in there, the nasty guy. They had a lot of the serious hardened criminals in that one. But it were all right, actually. It used to come home sometimes with the prisoners used to make shortbread and stuff. They used to give it to prison guards. So my dad used to come home with all sorts of donuts and shortbread, which really were lovely. I mean, I know you sort of think, why would you do that? Because it could be poison, but it's not poisoned. And yeah, but it's all right. He's getting used to working from home now. He's our Neil. He just can't wait. He can't wait to get back to work, because he's probably to get away from me. Let's be honest. But I'm not being a bad patient. I'm being quite a good patient, to be fair. I'm not demanding at all. I sit down here quite happily knitting away. I even take him cups of coffee up, so I'm not expecting him to wait on my hand and foot. There we go. Oh. Yay! I'm quite pleased with these, actually. I'm sure Robbie will love them. I'm sure he'll love them. Andy Norman. Who's Andy? I don't know. I don't know anyone that works there, if I'm honest. If he's a prison officer, chances are I probably won't know, because he doesn't really know many of the prison officers. Although his daughter's husband, so like son-in-law, he's a what is he? He works there now. He's not a prison officer. OSG, operational support grade. So it's one step down from prison officer. So yeah, it's Norman. I'll ask him. Yeah, I think it is a Cat C. I think you're right, Paul. I think it's Cat C. I do work as well, Robert. I am a qualified civil engineer, but I'm working as a project manager at the minute. Assistant project manager or project manager, depends on which project I'm working on. Or contract manager, depends on which project I'm working on. So many titles, same job, basically telling people what to do and making sure that the contract's running as it should be, in a commercial sense. So yeah, been doing that a few years now. But of course I'm off sick at the minute. Feet up, relaxing, chilling. So it's quite easy for us to work from home because we work for a consultancy, so everything's all online. We all use Microsoft SharePoint and stuff like that, so we can pretty much work wherever we need to. Yeah, I am a clever girl. I joined the engineering industry when I was 30, so nearly 13 years ago I joined, and I only got my degree. I qualified 5 years ago with a first class honours degree. Smarticle particles, see? But there's certain areas of the civil engineering I hate. I hate it. So my strengths lie in telling people what to do in the project management. So I kind of ended up here, really. I'm one of these, though. I must admit, I do admire people that when they leave school, they've got this focus on, I want to do this job. This is where I want to be. And, they kind of work the whole career through to that goal kind of thing. And I admire people because I never ever knew what I wanted to do in my life. I wanted to go in the army, and then I decided I didn't want to get up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock and get shouted at. So that went out the window. And then I wanted to join the Navy, and that was the same. So I binned that off. And then I've kind of like I want to say drifted. Everything I've never really had a career until I got to the engineering. All the jobs I've had, it's like one door's closed, another door's opened. So I've kind of, when I say I've drifted through my working life. That's what I think it is, Lisa. It choose you. When I left school, I did motor mechanics. I trained to be a mechanic, and I did that for a year. And part of that, I did BTEC engineering. So but I didn't finish the BTEC qualification because I ended up getting shacked up and getting married when I was 18 because that's real clever. So I kind of like drifted through, and then by the time I got to 30, I ended up back in engineering, which is really weird. So it's like I was always destined to do engineering. I just took a long way around to get back to it, kind of thing. So we met on the internet on Plenty of Fish website. So it can work. And we met in 2007. So 13 years ago. He's put up with me for this long. And then we got married 7 years ago in Las Vegas. So, because we've both been married before, so we thought, do you know what? I'm not bothered about a big wedding at all. So yeah, and here we are. Here we are. It does, Lisa. I fully agree with that. That's why I think that's probably one of the reasons why I never kind of have set goals as such, because I know that something's going to come along and throw a curveball, and something will select my path in life, so to speak. It's quite deep for this time of morning, isn't it? But I mean, it's worked up till now. I've got this far in life with that attitude, so it can't be far wrong, can it? If I'm honest. And I say up until 3 years ago, I thought golf was the most boring thing on earth. And then I picked up a club. I thought, well, I like this, and I got obsessed. So I never ever would have thought I'd have been a golfer, ever, 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 ever. Yet here I am, attempting to be a golfer. Right, let me just. Sorry, out. So I'll go and grab an envelope. I'll be back in a second. I'm still here. I'm still here. I need to determine if these are going to go into one envelope, one package or two. Let's have a look. It's exactly, Lisa, gentle nudges. Do you find it easy? See, Robert, I'm the kind of person where I didn't used to be. If you'd have met me 15 years ago, I'd have been very, very quiet and very shy, believe it or not. I was always a very, very shy person. But then I got to a stage in life where I just thought, you know what? To hell with everything. You're here for a good time, not a long time. And I started being a bit more outgoing. Honestly, Pimmy, I was so shy. You would not have recognised me at all. So, but now I will go anywhere. I will talk to anyone. Neil is the exact opposite from me. He's very quiet, very shy, and he probably finds it easy. Do you find it easier to meet people on the internet or in person?
I don't know.
Neil's probably more an internet person because he gets very what's the word that you get? Suppose you get shy, nervous. He gets nervous. So when we went to, they all do it. When we went to Portugal in January, because I'm the outgoing person that I am, I got there and I just mingled. I was like, I'm off. I'm going to talk to everyone. Bear in mind, the only person I knew there was Neil. There was 80 of us there. I went off and mingled and spoke to everyone. He crapped himself. So it was like, oh my God, you're leaving me on my own. I was like, well, just talk to people. And he was fine then. Once he had a drink, he was okay. But he is getting better at meeting people. But I'm more of a social butterfly, shall we say, Robert. If I meet people, new people, I'm just going to print it down. If I meet people, I will, I'm generally straight in nowadays. So I'm just making sure that my bank, I've got enough money in the bank to pay for this postage. It's not payday yet. So Jeff, I went to Leeds Beckett University. I did. For my sins. I went to Sheffield College first to do my ONC, my HNC and HND. And then I went to Leeds Beckett Uni to do my degree. So I was transferring some pennies around. So how did I get into golf, Ali? It was basically Neil went to play golf one day with his son to go to driving range, and he could never pin his son down to go and play at the driving range. So off he went. I said to him, "Do you know what? I'll come with you one day." And he was like, "Really?" So yeah, off he went. I came with him, and he said, "Are you sure? You don't have to. You don't have to." I was like, "Yeah, I'll come with you. I'll come with you." And yeah, the rest, as I say, is history. I really enjoyed it. And oh crap! Sorry, I'm just trying to pay for this postage before we get going in a minute. Right, I'm paying it now. What? I'm printing now. Well, I'm paying with PayPal now. I'm printing now. Yes, so he got me into it as for his own sins. I'll catch you later, Lisa. See you tomorrow night. Yes. I think it's probably. Oh, hang on. Sorry. There we go. There we go. All right, it's coming through. Hang on. Probably the worst thing he's ever done, get me into golf, because I'm completely obsessed with it now. But it just means for him, it's really good because he can go off and play golf anytime he wants to, because he knows that I want to play as well, which is good. That's it. Printing it off now. Printing it off now. Exactly, Rob. That's what it's all about. Having a bit of a laugh on the channel. If I happen to beat everyone that I'm playing at the minute, not my fault. They should try harder, shouldn't they? Try harder. It is, and it's getting to the stage now where Alison, where if we do both of, if I want to go and play with people and he goes off and plays with people, we're absolutely fine. But because he's getting more, he's getting better at meeting people and playing with different people. Before, about a year ago, he'd have been like, oh, "Don't leave me, don't let me play with other people. Oh my god, oh my god!" But now he's getting a lot better at that. I know. Can you give me the scissors and the sellotape, please? So anyway, yes, I will. We are going to have to shoot off to get to the hospital. Exactly, Robert. Try harder. And I'm sure when I get back to the channel, back on your channel and golfing, we will be doing more of the same. So come along tomorrow night if you've not been to a Saturday Night Live. We're on from 7. We're normally on for about 5 hours. Get the sellotape out of the third drawer along, little top drawer. We're normally on for about 5 hours. Come along, join us. Quizzes from about 8. So yeah, have a good day, everybody. Take care. But you've got to keep the bad shots in there, Robert. I've got to keep the bad shots in there. So anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see you soon, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow night. So have a good day and have a good weekend. See you later.